All right, all right, all right, all right. Like Kevin Howard says, all right, all right, all right. Let me test this real quick. Boom, boom. Everything is solid. Yeah, I'm recording this on my camera too, so I can have this for YouTube. Looks pretty solid, actually. How's everybody doing today? What's up, Andiamo? How's your day going, man? Thanks for showing up. Let me wave. Bam. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a new cool little feature. I didn't know about that. Forgot to put my speaker in. What's up, Jose? What's up, Jose? You looking to create some cash flow, bro? Cash flow, take some of your money from your gigs and start creating some passive income? Telling you, man, there's nothing like making money in your sleep, bro. It's the perfect combination. Take the money you make from your gigs and turn it into passive income so that it makes you more money multiple times. How's that look, guys? Cool? So that it makes you money multiple times over again. Let's get rich. Bam. What's going on, everyone? How's your day going so far, guys? Let me know. How's your day going? Wave at me. Yeah. All right, that looks pretty good right there. I got some new equipment, guys. I got a cool little tripod that's vertical. It's pretty dope, man. But yeah, so basically, you know, when I got into just rentals in general, in my first year of Airbnb, I made over 100 grand. And it's not all profit. There's obviously expenses, but hey, for the first 12 months, and I've learned, you know, I've learned so much. It's been heading up almost a year and a half. So I want to share with you guys some really cool stuff that the things that I've done to be able to generate a six-figure rental income. You know, I've never been a fan of just relying on one income. I haven't had one income the last time I had one income was 10 years ago. And that's when I worked at Bank of America, setting up people's personal checking accounts, business accounts like LLCs, corporations, and purchases, refis in the mortgage area. Ever since then, I've created multiple streams of income. What's up, Joanna? All right, who do we got on here? Andiamo, Jose, Peg, and Joanna. How's everyone doing? Can you guys hear me pretty good? I'm just doing a quick sound check before I get started. Just reply okay or tell me I'm good. I think the comments are a little delayed, by the way. And if you guys, obviously I'm going to be talking about Airbnb today, but if you have any questions in particular at any time, just drop them in the comments below and let's get started. Even my sister joined. Damn, what's up, sis? Alright, guys, so basically let's get started here. I want to be able to respect your guys' time. So first thing is I said hi to everybody. Urios Stigo, what's up, Peg? Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. You know, a little polo. Real quick, guys, make sure you guys turn on your post notifications. If you go, when you actually click on my profile, I think you have to get out of the live and go to my actual profile. And on the top right, there's like the three little dots. You hit that and then you turn on the post and story notifications on, and then you'll be notified, because with the Instagram algorithm, unless you actually do that, you won't be notified when I'm doing a live feed or an actual post. So let's get started, guys. So what is Airbnb? So Airbnb as a company itself is actually an acquisition company. So they focus on bringing in the customers. And then when you set up an Airbnb account with the listing, you don't have to do any marketing. All the people just basically come to you. And so Airbnb is like an alternative to a hotel. Before, only hotels existed, right? So whether you were going for vacation or a business meeting or whatever it was, or maybe on a honeymoon, instead of staying at a hotel, now you can stay at an Airbnb, and you can stay in a bedroom, or you can rent an entire home, whether it's a condo, an apartment, a house, a ranch. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. There's even RVs. So there's a wide spectrum of places that you can actually stay at. So for example, last year, my family and I went to, what is it called? Where did we go, sister? I can't remember the name. Not Yosemite, but we went to, I don't know, a park, far away. And we basically rented a big house. It was like a 3-story house on Airbnb, Lake Arrowhead. And 16 of us were able to be there, or more of us from my sister here, my brother. They all have a bunch of kids. We got a big family. And if we were to stay in a hotel, we would have had to basically book like 3 or 4 rooms, because usually there's only 2 beds maximum per fire safety code. So here we were able to have 16 people or more, have a kitchen where we can actually eat and break bread together. They had a pool table. So it was really amazing. So Airbnb provides you an incredible experience that's much better than staying at a hotel. So how does it work? Like, how do you become an Airbnb host? So let me just talk about the actual technical process. All you have to do is go on your phone, download the Airbnb app, which is free, and you create your listing, right? So it's going to ask you for the address, to post some pictures, descriptions, what's included, what's not included, all of that. And you basically start getting bookings. And again, you don't have to do any marketing. Airbnb does all the marketing for you, because when somebody wants to stay at an Airbnb, they download the app, they look at dates, locations, how many people, and when your criteria matches what they're looking for, then they basically either send you a request with questions, or they can just instantly book depending on your settings. So it's actually pretty easy. When I first did it, I got my first booking, I think, after 2 or 3 days, because it takes a day or two for the algorithm to actually kick in. And so what's cool about Airbnb is that, let me give you an example. If you're, most people today are renting, so probably a lot of you guys are renting. That's just the statistics, right? So if you were gonna rent like a 1-bedroom apartment, it might be $1,000. Obviously it depends in an area, but just work with me. If a 1-bedroom apartment is $1,000, a 2-bedroom apartment is probably like $1,300 or $1,250, and then a 3-bedroom is like $1,500, right? So especially if you don't have kids, if you're gonna rent like a 1-bedroom apartment, why not get a 2-bedroom apartment for $300 more, and you can Airbnb 1 room, and most likely in most areas, especially, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are in California, you could generate like $700 to $1,200 in a month for Airbnb 1 bedroom, just 1 bedroom. So obviously if you could do 2 bedrooms or 3, it's a whole other story. If you rent a 3-bedroom apartment for like $1,500, you could rent out 2 rooms and generate like up to $2,000 and actually make money and pay no rent. So Airbnb gives you a great alternative to making money that is even actually better than long-term tenants. So what can you Airbnb? So again, if you have an extra bedroom, you can Airbnb your bedroom. You can even Airbnb your couch. Imagine if you Airbnb, right? Because you might say, Jorge, what if I don't have an extra bedroom? One, you can get one by getting a bigger place, whether it's a condo, apartment, or home, and then create the leverage by renting out something with an extra 1 or 2 bedrooms and start Airbnb one of them or 2 of them. And now you can actually start paying less yourself and potentially even make profit. So I'll give you guys an example, right? So I bought my mom a house last year, and I Airbnb'd a section of the house, and I pay $0 every single month. That's freaking incredible, the leverage that I get. If I was to rent it regularly, I would be out of pocket a couple $100, but because it's Airbnb, it pays the entire mortgage, principal, interest, taxes, insurance. So you guys need to get with the program and start creating passive income so that your money's working for you. There's a saying that says poor people work for money and wealthy people have money work for them. So the money that you work for, take that money and roll it over and reinvest it into something else that is going to make you more money, right? So if you get $500, how can you turn that $500 into $600 and just start working, your way from there? Let me wave at you guys. If you have any questions, start dropping them in the comments and I'm going to get to them in a second. So again, what can you Airbnb? You can, say you Airbnb your couch for $20. And you book it 2/3 of the month. So $20 times 20 days. Hey, that's $400 a month for your freaking couch. Again, if you have kids, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you don't have kids, that's a great alternative. If you have kids, you want to find a way to Airbnb a room or an area of your home where you can still have privacy so that you don't have to basically Airbnb and jeopardize or compromise your sacred space. What else? What else? So yeah, that's a little bit of what I wanted to get into. Do you guys have any questions about Airbnb, like how you get started, how much you price it, about the cleaning fee? What questions do you guys have about Airbnb a property? Must you rent a room with a bathroom? No, totally no. And the great thing is, again, a lot of places, most places actually don't have a bathroom when they're Airbnb a room, but you see both. So you have the option. You can rent out a bedroom with or without a bathroom, because all you have to do is let them know in the description, hey, the bathroom is shared. Great. Now here's the thing. Here's why it's safe to rent on Airbnb. Airbnb obviously, has skin in the game too. They don't want to create a bad reputation for themselves. So they screen the people. They have to verify like their email, phone, a lot of times even their social media accounts. And then you see all the other reviews that they have from other people, right? And so in the past, I've had over close to 250 reservations, and I've never had a situation where I felt something was unsafe. Not one. Yes, there's been little situations where, oh man, they clogged the toilet, got to bring out a plumber, but that's the kind of shit you deal in any business, right? You could be an Uber driver, and guess what? Your car's going to break down because of wear and tear, or, it happens in anything. So nothing's ever going to go perfect. That's just the way it is. You just got to pick your battles. So yeah, you can totally do it, Jose, even without a private bathroom. There's a room that I'm actually renting, looking for a tenant, for a long-term tenant, because it's a different strategy in Riverside, and it's a shared bathroom, and it totally works. So won't a landlord be put restrictions on doing a sublet Airbnb? That all depends. I mean, everything is negotiable, right? Yes, like if it's a condo and it's an HOA, community, I know that they're less likely to want to have, because everything's enclosed. It's like a gated community, so people are like, oh, whatever, and they have this bad idea as to why it's not safe, but really they're just uneducated and don't know. But even in some places that are condos, you can totally do it. But yeah, so to answer your question, just negotiate it, put it in the contract. Every leasing contract has a sublease section, and if it doesn't have it, just add it. Hey, I'm gonna sublease this property. I'm gonna be responsible for X, Y, and Z as controller of the lease. So therefore, you, the landlord, sir, have nothing to worry about. Boom. It's all, you can just agree it. How much can you share? How much can you charge for a 1-bedroom with shared bathroom? So here's my recommendation. The best way to find out how much you can charge, because it's different based on the amenities, right? Like if there's a washer and dryer in the house, if there's Wi-Fi, if there's cable, which you should all have Wi-Fi, right? So all those things, all those amenities are actually gonna also help you determine how much you can charge. But the number one way to determine how much you should charge is go on the Airbnb app and pretend like you're gonna stay in your area in a similar bedroom with similar amenities. So for example, Jose, if you live in Hollywood and you are in a certain area, look to stay in a certain area and see what everyone else is charging. Now, I'm gonna guess that people are charging anywhere from like $60 to like $130, $60 to $130 per night for a bedroom with a non-shared bathroom. That's just my guess. But probably $80 is going to be the like a decent price. So just imagine at $80, even if you did it times 20 days, which is being conservative, that's $1,600 for a 1-bedroom that you could rent out. And you can meet great people. All these people are going to be coming from different parts of the world. You're going to meet other entrepreneurs that, instead of staying at a hotel and paying, $180, they rather stay in your bedroom, because all they really need is somewhere to sleep and shower. A lot of times, especially in bedrooms, they don't even cook. So you don't even have to worry about that. And you let them know in the description, hey, this is the parking situation. I'm in Hollywood. You have a parking space or you don't. It's only by basically first come, first serve. So if you guys have any questions, this is the Q&A section. Just drop them in the comments. So yeah, basically do a comparable analysis of what other hosts are charging for a similar room in a similar area with similar amenities, and let's just say it's $80, my suggestion would be to start slightly lower, maybe at like $65 or $70 per night until you get 5 reviews, because at the beginning you don't have that social proof, so people are like, should I stay there, should I not? No one else had stayed there, I'm going to be basically the one testing it. But if you have a better price, then they'll be more inclined to actually stay there. And then once you get 5 solid reviews, then you can actually increase your price to match it like everyone else. And then as your reviews become better than everyone else, then you can actually increase it and charge a premium price once you become a superhost. And basically a superhost is when you have, I believe it's 4.8 or above on average of reviews, and you could charge premium because you're like a top notch, like people don't even have to look at the reviews at that point because the average is so good. So it's $80 per night, right? But then you could charge if you wanted to. Like my suggestion would be to put 2 queen beds if you can in that bedroom and host up to 4 people. And now you can charge way more. Now you could charge like $100 to $130 per night because you're accommodating groups of basically larger groups. So nasty. If you guys have any questions, drop them below, guys. This is the Q&A section. So yeah, so I'll give you an example, Jose. And in one of my properties, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, small 700 square foot home, and I charge anywhere from $120 to $220, just depending on if it's July or if it's December, if there's freaking like events. And I have this system that actually automates the pricing based on supply and demand. But I'd say the average is $150 for up to 10 guests. And I actually don't charge extra for extra people, but it's such a small space that usually there isn't more than 10 people. Every once in a while, I might have like one group every 3 months. I say, hey, can we put an extra 1 or 2 people? And just to get the booking, I'm like, sure, why not? And I won't charge them extra, but you totally can. There's a lot of hosts that will charge, like $10 for any additional guest after whatever amount and per night. So that's basically how you can, situate it and charge like that. But usually it's for groups of people. So yeah, $80 per booking. What happens if the person brings another person? So they'll usually, what's up, Manny? They'll usually bring, when they book it, they tell you, hey, it's for 3 guests. And obviously they know they're coming into a shared home, so they're not gonna lie to you, And if you only say you had a cap of 2 people, and they say it's 2 people, and they show up with another person, then you would just charge them. You can basically adjust the pricing. You could even contact Airbnb and say, hey, this person, this group was supposed to be 2 people. They brought 3, and in my rules and regulations, I have that for any extra people after 2, it's XYZ amount per person per day, and then you just charge them. And the good thing is that, again, guys, if you have any questions, drop them below. And the good thing is that with every booking, there's a deposit. So on average, on my properties, the deposit is anywhere from $150 to $200. And that deposit is for incidentals and anything, even like in this situation, Jose, where again, if somebody does something they're not supposed to do, then you basically can, charge them again. If you guys have any questions, this is the time, guys. I want to answer any and all the questions that you guys might have about Airbnb. I'm going to do this for a couple more minutes. How long does it take to get a credit report from a person who wants to sublease? No problem, bro. How long does it take to get a credit? Oh, you mean like how long does it take to get a credit report from someone that wants to rent, where you live, or basically rent a bedroom? It's within a couple hours. So when I've rented, and again, with Airbnb, you're not doing a credit report or background check. That's something that Airbnb does. And actually, I don't think they do a credit check, but I believe they do a background check. And the great thing about with Airbnb is that when someone books it, they pay the entire amount in advance. So they can't reserve your home until they pay. So if somebody books one of my properties for, say, August or any time in the future, In order to be confirmed and to have it reserved, they have to pay in full 100%. So at that point, it's like the risk has been shifted on them and not on you. I also have it in my settings where if anybody cancels, after they book, they basically lose. I believe it's they lose the entire amount. So there's kind of like a flexible cancellation policy, a moderate, and a strict. I have the strict one because I don't feel that it makes sense that I reserved it and held it for you and then you cancel and all of a sudden just walk away. Unless it's more than 30 days away, then I know I can rebook it. And sometimes there is scenarios where, somebody passed away or someone lost their job and, life happens, right? And so I don't mind giving them a full refund if I know that I can book it for somebody else. And sometimes I end up making more money because there's less time and less properties available. So due to supply and demand, I can actually charge more money. Any questions about Airbnb, short-term rentals, passive income, drop them in the comment, guys. Also, do me a favor, guys. Hit the little hearts, like this video. Let's kick up this algorithm. Let me see what other questions I got. Drop your comments below. My niece is on here. Hi, Isabella. How much does Airbnb charge for listing? So this is freaking incredible, guys. If you were to start, if you have a business and you use a credit card, debit card processing software or company, they're going to charge you 3% just to process a transaction. And then they charge you their fee. With Airbnb, all they charge you is 3%. That's it. There's nothing additional. So it's incredible. They charge you almost nothing. It's such a great deal. For cleaning, check-in, check-out, etc., do you hire people who live near your Airbnb property? Yes. So this is what I love about the way I've situated my business, because I didn't want to start so let's take it back a little bit. The goal when you start a business shouldn't be for you to create a 9-to-5. So you shouldn't leave your 9-to-5 to create a business and make it your new 9-to-5. You should learn how to automate it and systemize it, optimize it, create business systems and processes so you can actually have freedom, because the purpose of having a business is so you can have freedom to do the things you enjoy with the people you love. Does that make sense? And so in my Airbnb course, for example, I teach you guys how to create systems and processes. I have a whole check-in procedure, a checkout procedure that's all automated with copy and paste messages. I don't do any communications. I don't do any cleaning. I don't do any maintenance. It's all delegated. So I can make, how do I say this? I can make 90% of the money that comes in, and I do like 5% of the work. So 90% of the profit comes to my pocket, but I'm only doing like 5% of the work for this whole Airbnb business that I have because of the systems. Again, I've been in business for over 10 years, had multiple businesses, multiple six-figure businesses, and I've been to a lot of self-development trainings over the years. So I've learned a lot. So new business, but I just implement the same systems, strategies, techniques that I've used to create other successful businesses. So I think I answered your question. So yeah, I hire people that live nearby, yes. How many hours can they stay in your room? So basically they can stay, it's for a whole day. So the normal check-in time is 3 p.m. and the normal checkout time is 11 a.m. So if somebody's staying for one day, they could be here check-in at 3 p.m. and then they'll be out by 11 in the morning. And they can be there as much as they want because they basically reserved it from 3 p.m. to 11 a.m. And why 11 a.m.? Because now you're going to have your cleaning staff come and clean it between 11 and 3 for the next guest. And so yeah, they can be there as much or as less as they want for when they book it. But the majority of the time, I would say that guests are maybe here probably maybe about 25%. The majority of the time when they're here is when they're sleeping. But they're pretty much gone. Like they're not, let's go to California on vacation and stay in the Airbnb. Like unless you have like an actual entire vacation home with the pool and everything. Like my wife and I and her family, we're going to Palm Springs next month and staying in the same property we stayed in last year. And we stay in the house the whole time because we play games, we're in the pool, we're cooking, we're watching movies, we're hanging out with the family. But that's the whole other level. That's different. That's like a straight vacation family rental where it's like a massive house for the families. But mine are more for people that actually come to just sleep, shower, and if they want to cook. But they're pretty much going to be gone for the whole day. If you guys have any questions, drop them below, guys. Got a few more minutes and then I'm going to be out of here. Yeah, thanks for the questions, Jose. Those are all really good questions. Those that check out, time applies to couch rentals also. Yeah, it applies to everybody. Anyone that is basically booking through Airbnb, you set a check-in time and checkout time. Like I have my checkout time at 10 in the morning because there's 4 properties that, one in Riverside, 3 in LA County, and the same cleaning staff is cleaning those, and they needed more time because at times they have to clean all 3 of those properties on the same day, and they have between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to do it. So my checkout time is now 10 a.m. so it can give them ample time to actually clean all 3 listings. All right, guys, I'm going to do a quick coaching call giveaway. So real quick, and I'm going to be out of here, and I respect your guys' time. And also, guys, thank you for joining me on this Instagram Live and for asking your questions. I really appreciate it. And tomorrow, I am officially launching my Airbnb course. And again, in my Airbnb course, I teach you how to price it, the cleaning fees. I send you my 10-step communication system that are 10 steps with copy and paste messages that you can send to your guests. All my descriptions, my titles, my check-in and checkout procedures, which are some laminated forms that I put on the wall. And I also have a welcome book with check-in and checkout procedures, things to do, and places to go. And I place one of those folders in each and every Airbnb listing. I teach you how to automate it, the pricing system that I use to maximize my profits, which is what allowed me to create a 6-figure business with Airbnb in the first 12 months. And I also do actually a screen share where I teach you how to price it and how to create your listing from A to Z. So basically, everything you would need to start your Airbnb business is in my online course. I put a lot of energy and effort and sleepless nights to make it all happen for you guys. But a lot of people have been asking me, hey, how do you do it? How do you do it? And, you know, it would be impossible for me to answer all the questions and give you all the information to every single person. So I was like, man, how can I help all these people? So I created the online course. And a lot of people that have online courses for Airbnb are charging like $900 to $1,500, which I think is fair because you can make it back in a couple weeks. My course, I priced it really low to make it, accessible to everybody, because I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I just want to be able to basically give you guys the opportunity to be successful with Airbnb. So if you go to the link in my bio, even though tomorrow's the actual launch, it's actually available there now. I just posted it right before I got into this IG Live, and it's priced at $149. That's it. So, and also what I'm going to do is the first 5 people that sign up today, in addition to getting the course, you're going to get a 30-day mentorship with me, and you can call me to my cell at any time and ask me any questions about the course. So again, the first 5 people that sign up today for my Airbnb online course, the link is in my bio. It's only $149. You're going to get a 30-day mentorship with me where I can guide you and answer any questions. You can just I'll give you my cell phone number. You can give me a call. And that's about it, guys. The last thing, I'm posting a lot of Airbnb and self-development content on my YouTube channel, which is YouTube, and then it's Jorge the Mentor. Same name as here. And I'm going to do 2 coaching calls, pretty much like general coaching calls that have nothing to do with Airbnb. All you have to do is go to my profile and turn on the post and story notification. So you have to actually, once this is over, go to my profile, and at the top right, there's like 3 little dots. Click it, turn on the post and story notifications. And then the second thing is go to my YouTube channel, Jorge the Mentor, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the little notification. and then send me a picture that you did it to my DM me with the pictures. And by tonight, I'm also going to pick 2 people that send me the pictures, and I'm going to do also a one-time coaching call to help you with anything that you want in your business. So that's about it, guys. Thank you guys for joining. If you have any other topics that you would like for me to cover in the next IG, which I'm probably going to do tomorrow, DM me. Let me know what topics you would like for me to cover. And that is about it, guys. I don't think I have any more questions. So I'm going to bounce, and I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. Love you. Have a great day, and we'll be in touch. Take care. Oh yeah, so yeah, guys, so just go to the link in bio. You can actually check out a free of the preview videos for my Airbnb course, and also the descriptions. So go to the link in my bio. See you guys next time. Thanks for all the questions, and have an amazing day.